Iran on Saturday praised the Biden administration's decision to halt support for offensive operations in Yemen, while pressuring it to return to the Obama-era nuclear deal. The country's foreign minister hailed President Biden's decision Saturday on Yemen, which would reverse a policy of backing offensive efforts by the Saudi-led coalition that has fueled a humanitarian crisis. Saudi Arabia and its Gulf Arab allies are fighting a brutal war against Yemen's Houthi rebels, which have ties to Iran. Stopping support for the Saudi coalition, if not a political maneuver, could be a step towards correcting past mistakes. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Saeed Khatibzadeh, I can't pronounce his name, said according to state media. The praise comes 2 days after Biden announced a reversal, which followed mounting bipartisan concern over the civilian fallout from the Saudi coalition's offensive. The president also appointed veteran diplomat Timothy Lenderking as his special envoy to Yemen. This war has to end, Biden said during an address at the State Department. And to underscore our commitment, we are ending all American support for offensive operations in the war in Yemen, including relevant arms sales. So, it's also revoking a 11th hour decision, the Biden administration, by the Trump administration to label the Houthis a terrorist group. So, I'm not someone who's been excited for Biden to take over. But if he actually removes the U.S. from being involved in the Yemen war, or the Yemen genocide, I should say, he could be president for 4 or 8 years. This will be the one thing that he does likely that I will say was great. I know he's not going to pass single payer. I know he's not going to pass the Green New Deal. I know he's not going to pass free college. But if he ends this war, at least the U.S.'s involvement in it, I will say that was great. And that was very good. Because we have been complicit in killing innocent people for what's going on 6 years now. Now, one of the things I hate is that I'm someone who is sympathetic towards Iran, and I think them coming out and speaking highly of this decision probably is going to hurt the U.S.'s willingness to do it, because we're so, as people know, the Israeli government is arch enemies with the Iranian government. So if the U.S., who is butt buddies with Israel, feels that doing something that Iran approves of might hurt its relationship with Israel, then it's going to say to hell with that. And that's likely going to lead to a butterfly effect where we stay over there, or at least are not as quickly to remove ourselves from that conflict. Or if we do remove ourselves from that conflict, we don't try to press Saudi Arabia over, which already is something that's a pipe dream, because that's the other country the U.S. has, its heels tucked into. But again, I really hope he does this. And I said before, if there was any justice in this world, every time somebody did a documentary about Obama or Trump, them keeping that war going, while Obama starting it and then Trump continuing it, would be something that was mentioned in every video about them. That was, some link that talked about their presidency in detail. And it just, it sucks. But again, if Biden does this, it will be the one thing. I have no high hopes for him, but if he does this, it'll be the one thing that I say he did that was great. Just like with Obama, I say the two things he did that were great were restoring relations with Cuba and the Iran nuclear deal. So if Biden does this, it will be his one A+ for me on anything. Again, but like I said, Iran and Israel's little back and forth, never-ending feud, it might hurt his decision-making or otherwise jeopardize some part of this process.